Welcome everybody to another episode in my speed build series. I think we are on episode 40 today, which is kind of crazy. And in today's video, we are building a kind of modern, minimalistic, clean house in a way. Like I was going for like a minimalistic approach for this. But then it kind of turned, it's still kind of minimalistic, especially like compared to my other builds. But it's not that minimalistic, to be honest. Didn't really go through with that idea because it looked like so empty, everything. But it does have like way less clutter than my usual builds. I don't put that much clutter in anyways because I kind of don't prefer it that way. So as you can see, I put this giant window in the front, and I created these windows by using these see-through glasses. Am I stupid? By using these windows that are kind of without a border, and I put these beams in as basically to have like a border. These beams are in a kind of coppery color, but you can't really tell because for some reason I decided to do this build when it was dawn or dusk. I'm not sure. No, I think it was dusk actually. Doesn't really matter. So you can't really see the colors all correctly. But I think it was kind of a cool idea. I had like a reference picture from Pinterest. Who would have thought? That's something new for me. No, I usually do that, but the reference picture had like a curve that was like rounded, and it's not possible, unfortunately, to have like curved walls in this game. I know in Sims 4 it's possible to have that, but not in this one, at least not as far as I'm aware. Maybe there are mods or something. So that was my substitute for that basically, but I think it's kind of cool. It's a little bit more interesting. I also replaced the front door later on. I hope you can use it. I still need to playtest this, but I basically wanted to go over the entire town anyways again and playtest every single house, every single lot, and do a video where I correct my mistakes because I made a lot of them, and some stuff is not really as functional as I hoped it would be, so it would be nice to go over that again and make everything functional. It will be a long time before this town is finished anyways, so I do have some time to do that, but just wanted to mention that. I think I mentioned that before already because I spot that mistake early on already. So back to the build. As you can see, the table and benches that I put there are going to be replaced later with like true benches, because right now this wasn't functional. I think it looks better, it's more aesthetic than the thingy that I'm putting in later, but it wasn't functional. So basically I put these white stone thingies there. I really need to find like another word for thingy. But I put them there to create these kind of half windows so that they aren't down to the bottom, because like especially in the front and in the bathroom it would be kind of weird. And here these shelves are basically representing my idea of having like a smart home. So it wasn't like really possible to create like a smart home. So I did this by putting in an Alexa. These are literally Alexas. You can see like the Amazon sign on them, on the bottom of them. So basically just a loudspeaker, which was like something that I initially wanted to do in every build anyways, but doesn't matter. In almost every room, I think in every room. And then these little lamps and these corner shelves. And let me be delusional and call this a smart home only by that. So these stairs don't make any sense because they aren't attached to a wall, and these steps are basically hovering in the air, but we are just going to ignore that. I used them in the previous build as well, so doesn't have to be not everything has to be logical. So in general for this house, I didn't put in as much color as I usually do, and I didn't put in as much clutter, which I mentioned already. So it looks almost like sanitary. Is that the correct word? Sterile. It looks very sterile. Sanitary. Am I stupid? It looks very sterile, I think. At least like compared to my other houses, but I still kind of like it. I was initially trying to set like a mood with a lot of small lamps and not like that many big lamps, and like wooden and beige and white tones, and I think I kind of succeeded in that, but not as yeah, I'm not too sure how satisfied I am with the end product, but I think it was an interesting experiment to play around a little bit and get out of my comfort zone when building for once. I mean, it still looks so much like my other builds do, but yeah, I did try to challenge myself at least a little bit. So yeah, it has, I don't think I've mentioned this already, it has like the master bedroom, obviously, and I did put in a quote-unquote kids room. It's not really a kids room because I wanted to stick with a minimalist vibe, so I kind of didn't put in any toys. It's just like, it could also be used like as a second bedroom or like an office space or something, because I did just put in like a bunk bed and a desk into that additional room, which is also in the upstairs area. And it also has like a separate bathroom because, oh no, I did put in a shower in this one. I was about to say because I didn't put in a shower in this one, but I did. But there isn't like, isn't a shower in the bathroom downstairs in the guest room, in the guest bathroom. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Also, you can't really call this minimalist because there are going to be like 2 giant wardrobes. There are like 3 bathrooms, so it's not really like a minimalist house. But as I said, compared to my other houses, it has like a very clean look, which honestly, like in real life, I think I prefer that look. Not like in all areas, but it's so much more functional and it's so much more freeing to have less clutter. But I would prefer to have some pictures on the wall and a few more colors here and there. But it is, as I said, way more functional. And I think in like environments like these, it's way easier to be calm and not as stressed. And yeah, so that was what I was going for. I also did want to put in some plants, but that would have been kind of the same vibe with the last house, so I didn't put in any plants. Oops. Yeah, happens. Yeah, so this is the second bathroom, which it doesn't have a bathtub, but it does have a shower. Also, if my voice is kind of off today, I don't feel like I'm getting sick, but a lot of my friends that have been hanging out with are sick, so maybe I will get sick, but I hope not. But I have like this weird feeling in my throat. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I literally just reused the same appliances which I did in the master bedroom's bathroom in this one. Then I remembered to put in trash cans everywhere. And also, if you're thinking, wow, the kitchen is really missing everything, I'm going to put in a stove and a fridge later on. And yeah, at least in that approach, it's a minimalistic house because it doesn't have like a microwave. It doesn't have any other kitchen appliances, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, unfortunately, I think most of them are so, like the kitchen appliances are so ugly and I didn't want to put them in. Yeah, but I did get to use this bunk bed, which I'm not sure if I've used it in the previous build. And I did put in the striped wallpaper, so I really didn't mix it up here, didn't I? And I also put in this red touch of color, basically, on the ladder of the bunk bed. So there is at least a little bit of color, because I didn't want to make it like a void of color build. I don't know, the vibe that I was going for. I still think I achieved it, but, well, my voice went really high there. Or not high, but really weird pitch. Yeah, what was I about to say? I don't remember. Yeah, I still like the end result. Otherwise, I wouldn't post it. And I'm not entirely sure if it's like the house that I went for or like started to build when I started this. I initially had in mind when I started to build this. Okay, I can phrase it like that. In the upstairs area, I put this little seating area. And I think the room that I'm most dissatisfied with is probably the living room. You can't see it right now because I haven't built it yet, but just to put things in perspective. Because I think the upstairs area, like looking at it right now, it looks really good. Oh, I really like this this entrance area, which you can't see it now, but this wardrobe is going to be replaced with a fridge, which is way more functional, which was the intention with this build. But I think this looks like kind of nice to have this little seating area in the front. Also, the light is really messed up sometimes in this game, which is really annoying because it could look so good and look so cozy, but yeah, sometimes the game just won't let me have that. No, but yeah, as I said, as I said, I put a fridge there, and yeah, for the living room area, I literally just put down 2 couches and also again this projector thingy. which I used in a lot of my recent builds actually. But I kind of like it because a lot of the TVs are not as aesthetically pleasing. And I think for the first time I found this side table. Well, maybe not the first time, but I definitely didn't remember it when placing it there. Yeah, I also put these built-in shelves here. I mean, I'm not hating the living room, but it's so weird to see it like so void of color. Oh my god, I was struggling to put in the soap dispenser upstairs so long. I cut out like at least 2 minutes of footage trying to put that there. But I did manage eventually. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to put in a few more windows here. This is also a little shorter speed build. For the outside, I also kept it very minimalistic. I literally just put a parking space and 2 trees, which I also think I used in the Pink Pony Club. Also, if you are bothered by the window down there, I'm going to delete that at some point. I think I cut that part out, but maybe I didn't. But I did delete it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so as I said, the outside is going to be minimalistic as well. I'm just going to put some stuff there, some like a prettier letterbox. In every video I'm complaining about the ugly default letterbox. But yeah. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this speed build, which is not over. I'm so impatient with these. Oh my god, it's 30 seconds left. Yeah, so again, the trash cans, and then some, not palm trees, but what are these called? I don't know. They look kind of deserty. These desert tea plants. Desert plants. And yeah, that is the speed build done. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.